Pakistan versus Zimbabwe is where our attention lies on Maruti Suzuki presents ESPNcricinfo T20 timeout. I've got Anil Kumble in studio with me, but Anil and me will both first wait to hear from Urooj Mumtaz, former Pakistan captain, what has happened in the last few days and whether Pakistan have calmed down a little after the madness and mayhem of that epic clash against India. All set for this one, Urooj?
Yeah, I think so. I think what was interesting was if you heard the post-match dressing room talk from what Babar said to the boys, I think that was very encouraging. How he supported Rizwan Nawaz by saying that he is the match winner. He's shown it time and again. So, I mean, that match could have gone anyway. For Pakistan to lose in the way they did, that would have probably been slightly pinching for them with the two wides and the no ball call and all of that. But nonetheless, we did see a thriller. So I'm sure they won't read too much into it because it was a good match at the end. And they've got a relatively weaker opposition in Zimbabwe tomorrow. But again, I mean, it's still going to be a tough match. They still need to put a good performance in and get those 2 points.
All right. Let's look at possible changes in tactics, if at all any. Anil, Perth Stadium. We speak so much about conditions at Perth. Now, Pakistan went in with the 3 specialist seamers and the 2 spin bowling all-rounders. Is there a case for them to go all-out pace here, or perhaps even replace a batter with a 4th seamer? They would have loved a 4th seamer the other night at Melbourne.
I think what Pakistan will have to certainly look at is that 6th bowling option. If they want to go with 2 spinners and 3 seamers, if that's the way that they're going to go, because the 2 spinners can certainly bat.
Yes.
So if that is the approach that they want to take, they certainly need a batter to bowl run in and bowl seam up. I mean, that's probably was the difference when they played India, because Hardik Pandya provided India that, whereas for Pakistan you don't have that fast bowling all-rounder, which they will certainly need in Perth, because we have seen in Perth that the spinners don't play that much of a role. Yes, you have to play the bigger boundaries and maybe use those boundaries as a spinner smartly, but as a fast bowler, you have a better chance of creating an impact in Perth than a spinner.
Urooj, they don't have that seam bowling all-round option. We talk a lot about Fahim Ashraf and why he's not part of this. Maybe you can tell me more, but it's a redundant conversation, isn't it? Now the question is, these are the options you have. Do you play either Hasnain or Mohammad Wasim Jnr. and give yourself a 4th seam bowling option at Perth?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I thought that they missed the trick in the first game as well. They should have gone with 4 seamers. And I can understand that they're trying to extend their tail, but the bat, and it's not going to be a replacement of one of the 2 spinning all-rounders, because they definitely provide the batting depth in the middle order, batting sort of firepower that we require. What they will have to change will be either Haider Ali or Asif Ali, one of them. And the position is for number 8. So Wasim Jr. can bat a bit, and they will definitely have to go in with 4 seamers, considering Perth, the conditions. So even in the last match, they still did have a bowling option, which was a 6th bowling option in Iftikhar. But again, a spin and sort of an off spinner to the right-handers who were actually in form at that point. But they will have to go in with Wasim Jr. I don't think Hasnain as much. It'll be Wasim with his batting ability, and he's a good line and length bowler as well. Pretty much what they will need at Perth.
All right, so you've given me the 2 batters, but if you had to make a call, I mean, Asif Ali's in there with such a big reputation. Who would you make that call for?
I think just with the way Asif Ali can handle the pace, I think I'll stick with Asif Ali for this one against Zimbabwe and drop Haider Ali for Wasim Jr.
All right, fair enough. You heard Urooj Mumtaz's balance of that team, Anil. But while Pakistan are strong favourites here, Ireland have told a lot of us that we shouldn't assume results. Can Zimbabwe make a game out of this with the bowling attack they have? A lot of help for bowlers this World Cup.
Oh yes, it all depends again. Pakistan heavily dependent on the top order. We have seen that against India too. Yes, Shan Masood sort of played a scratchy innings. He was lucky on a couple of occasions. If he had not held the team together, I think they would have had a bit of a problem. Yeah. So Iftikhar batted really well. So Zimbabwe have the firepower with the bowling. There are a couple of fast bowlers. Muzarbani is really tall, hits the deck hard. Yeah. At Perth, he can be awkward. So if they can get a couple of wickets, then I'm sure they will, sort of challenge Pakistan. But their batting, Zimbabwe's batting, didn't look special, although it was a very shortened game
Yeah.
against South Africa. Didn't look really special.
All right, so Pakistan strong favourites, you think. Big thank you to Anil Kumble and Urooj Mumtaz. More from them as that game comes our way on what's a triple header day for this group in the T20 World Cup. This was Maruti Suzuki Presents ESPN Cricinfo T20 Timeout.